This is day 3 of my 5 minutes or less rants. I actually put a timer on today because yesterday, I went a little bit over 5 minutes. I think I was about 6.5, 7 minutes. So the goal is, I'll do this little intro, I'll do a little bit of an outro, but the bulk of the information needs to be within 5 minutes. So I'm doing these daily. They're not edited, so it's a mess. And it is just me practicing speaking on topics that I find of interest, that I feel like have good insight, that somebody might be able to take something from, and just kind of me sharing my thoughts on different topics. So I hope that somebody out there finds some value in these. If not, it's cool. I'm doing it more for me to get into the habit of speaking about different topics. So today we are talking about bonding in relationships and what bonds you. This is something that I've had some thoughts on. Some of these topics are things that I've had thoughts on, but I don't know if I could flesh them out enough to be a blog post or to be a full video. So I'll just share my rants, and then you might see a blog post. If you go to eboniharris.com, you might actually see a blog post on this or a longer video on this later on. But this is just kind of like a chance to kind of talk about what I think about these topics. So, bonding in relationships. I think that when we find people that we connect with, there are different things that connect us. And I think you have to be very aware of what you care about and who you want to be as a person. There are times when we bond with people based on their something that we're going through. So if I'm struggling with something and you're struggling with something, then we might get closer, right? Because we have similar experiences, we understand each other, and so that's what makes us closer. The thing I kind of want to focus on is, are you bonding out of positivity or negativity? Like I said in the previous video about like friendships and creating friendships and have the benefits of having good friends. I've been able to meet a ton of people, and I think it's important to recognize how you are when you're around those people. And so if there is someone that when you get together, you are negative, you talk about like people, whether people that are close to you or just random people, or you just complain about just life and how horrible life is and things like that, understand that that is what you're starting to bond on in that relationship. When you first meet someone, and the first thing that makes y'all connect is like, ooh, that girl over there, she looks a mess, or ooh, my boss sucks, and the other person is like, so does my boss. Like that's kind of bonding on negativity. There's nothing wrong with that, but you always want to pay attention to if that's a pattern every time you get together. If every time y'all get together, it's about complaining, how does that make you feel? Pay attention to that, because sometimes, like I said, bonding or having someone that understands your experiences can be a good thing. I completely understand that. But if afterwards you're kind of like, oh, I just feel like I just spent an hour talking about everything that's wrong in my life, you might either one, have to shift the conversation, or two, you might have to not talk to that person as much, because it can become draining. Now, like I said, you bond over different things, and sometimes those things make you closer. But if you know that you don't want to always be negative, pay attention when you meet new people. What are the first things you talk about? Now, the opposite of that is if you're bonding over positive things, right? So if you're bonding over things like, man, this happened this week and I'm so happy and I've had a good week, and that person can pull out something good that has happened to them, then that's good as well. That's a way to bond as well. Sometimes that's a struggle if you're talking about positive things that have happened to you and somebody else just isn't in that place, meaning they're very focused on the negative, they're very focused on woe is me, then it will be difficult, and you might start to recognize like, okay, this isn't somebody I want to be around all the time. There's definitely a difference between being able to identify when things go wrong and then kind of learning from that and being able to pull maybe some positivity from it, versus like, I just want to complain all the time. One complaint that I've had lately, which I always turn it around as soon as I say it, is like, oh my God, I'm so busy. Like, I've gotten so many clients. It's not a bad thing. I'm a therapist. I need clients to pay my bills, So I'm very happy about it, and it really is a good thing. It's just when somebody invites me like, hey, you want to go to dinner, or you want to go to happy hour, or you want to, go to this event, and I'm like, I can't, because my scheduling is filling up, and that's a day when I have clients. And right now, although I'm getting great, wonderful clients that I enjoy seeing, and I'm getting more of those. I'm not at a place where I can start like blocking off my schedule, especially on the days when I see clients. So it's one of those things like I complain like, oh, I wish I could go, or I wish I could get off work earlier, or I wish I can do this or do that. But the flip side of that is my schedule is filling up, and that is amazing because that is something that I have worked very hard for. And so as soon as I say like, oh man, I can't go, and I'll be like, but it's because I have new clients, and because I'm making money, and because I'm able to make money on my own terms and help other people, I make sure to try to put that positive spin on it. So basically, I just wanted to, make you aware of like what bonds you in your relationships. Is it the negativity, the complaining, the, oh, this sucks, oh, me too, that sucks for me too, or I'm going through this, or what about me, I'm going through that, is that what bonds you in your relationships? And how does that make you feel? If you have that one friendship where you truly feel like after that, it's like, whew, somebody else is going through this with me, that might be a friendship that's okay. But if after that conversation, you kind of feel like bogged down and like, oh, nothing good is happening, or you can't pick yourself up, or you just don't feel like if you feel like that's not who you want to be, then reevaluate that friendship and reevaluate how you bond with that person. And try to at least, if you're going to have somebody like that in your life, or somebody that you bond with on that level in your life, make sure that you have other people that, I am over. Make sure that you have other people that you can have that positive conversation with, and that will, if nothing else, when you do get into that woe is me, they can help you turn it around and be open to that. Don't be the person that's like, no, it's not great, it's still bad. Like, allow people in your life that help you see that sometimes those things that you're missing out on, or sometimes those things that just aren't that good right now, could lead to great things and being more positive, because that really does help if you're dealing with any type of depression, anxiety, anything like that. It really does help to have that little bit of positivity and surrounding yourself with people like that. So, all right, that's my 5-minute rant. I'm a minute over, it looks like, or maybe a little bit more because I set my timer for 6 minutes. But thank you guys for joining. I'm in a different place every day. I'll probably be in a different place, whether I'm at work, or if somebody's at my house, then I might go to my bedroom, or if I'm at somebody else's house and I just need to do it, I'm going to do it. So you'll see very different surroundings, and my hair is twisted up because I'm about to go out, so I need to undo that. But all that to say, this is going to be the most random thing, if you watch it, that you're going to watch on YouTube probably. But I will talk to you guys tomorrow, if anybody is watching. And thanks for joining me, Eboni Harris, relationship therapist. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye.